You are sitting across from a young and beautiful woman. She might be only half of your age. Everything seems to be going incredibly well between you. She smiles, she nods, she is listening intently to you. But deep inside, you are feeling confused and uncertain. You ask yourself, does she really like me or not? Or is she just being polite to an older gentleman? The fear of being seen as a delusional man is always present. You do not want to waste your time on someone not truly there. You worry that you are reading the ambiguous signals wrong. Do not worry, because science has the answer for you today. True attraction does not lie in polite, social compliments. It also does not lie in a bright, radiant smile on her lips. It lies in biological signals that simply cannot be faked. Today, I will help you decode the workings of her brain. I will reveal a strange state called nervous calm. This is the key to knowing if the feelings are truly mutual. Let us dive deep into the psychology of dating together. And please do not forget to hit like if you find this helpful. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss the next secrets. Now, let us begin with the very first sign together. My dear gentlemen, recall your most recent date with someone. You picked up your glass of water, and she did the same. You leaned forward, and she also leaned forward toward you. Do you think that was simply a random coincidence? It is actually an incredibly powerful psychological mechanism. Scientists call this the chameleon effect. Inside our brains, we have cells called mirror neurons. They automatically fire when we see another person move. When two people connect, their brains naturally synchronize. She is mimicking you in a completely unconscious way. This is her affirmation. I want to be on your same frequency. I have a friend named Arthur who is now 68 years old. He once dated a young woman named Maya, who was 30. Arthur said he found it strange how Maya copied his movements. When he crossed his legs, minutes later, Maya did the same. When he lowered his voice, her voice also dropped to match. Arthur felt an electric current running between the two of them. That is what we call behavioral synchrony, an amazing thing. This sign is extremely hard for a young woman to fake, because it happens below the conscious threshold of awareness. If she is just being polite, her body will stay separated. She will keep a safe distance and remain very rigid. But if she likes you, she will dance along with your rhythm. Pay attention to whether she uses your phrases in her speech. Does she match the rhythm of your speaking pace? That is how her nervous system is reaching out to touch yours. Watch for this closely on your very next date with her. Now let us move on to the extremely refined second sign. This second sign is a wordless conversation between two souls. We often hear about staring intensely into someone's eyes, but staring usually creates a heavy, threatening feeling. True attraction is not a fixed and unchanging gaze at all. It is a rhythm, something flowing and very soft in nature. When attraction is mutual, both hold each other's eyes longer, a bit longer than normal, but never sharp or aggressive. Then both naturally look away from each other together, and then their eyes find one another once more. What does neuroscience say about this special moment? Eye contact triggers oxytocin release on both sides at once. This is called the bonding hormone, or the love hormone. It creates an instant feeling of trust and safety in both. Imagine you are sitting in a busy, crowded coffee shop. The noise around you suddenly fades far into the background. Your attention narrows down to just her and her alone. And she is doing the very same thing toward you in return. She does not check her phone or look around the room. She is 100% present in your eyes at that moment. This is called selective attention in psychological terms. If you look at her, but she breaks the gaze immediately, and she never returns to look at you again afterward, then it may simply be a one-sided attraction in that case. Mutual attraction always carries a cyclical, flowing rhythm. It is like two people playing the same song together. Do you see her eyes sparkle when she looks at you? Please leave a comment if you have ever felt this before. Up next is the third sign that you really need to remember. The third sign is true responsiveness with real depth. A young woman is drawn to older men through real presence. Responsiveness is not just listening with your ears alone. It is her truly seeing the inner world that lives inside you. Reis, an expert on intimacy, has confirmed exactly this. Responsiveness is the foundation of all genuine attraction. So, how do you recognize this sign when it appears? She will remember tiny little details you mentioned earlier. For example, you spoke about your dog 20 minutes ago. Later, she brings it back up in a very natural way. She does not want any thread of conversation to break apart. She will throw more wood on the fire to keep it warm. If she is just being polite, she will give short replies. She will wait for you to lead the entire conversation. That is called reaction, not genuine initiation from her side. But when she likes you, she will actively ask her own questions. She will be curious about your views and your life values. She will laugh at your jokes in a deeply sincere way. In fact, the two of you start having your own inside jokes. These are jokes that only the two of you can understand. It builds a bridge into each other's private worlds together. Notice whether she tilts her head while listening to you. That is the sign she is trying to empathize with you. Have you ever met a woman exactly like this in your life? I remember the story of a gentleman named Charles. He was 70 years old and met a young woman named Sophia. On their second date, Sophia asked about a book he mentioned. She had read it during the past week to understand Charles better. That is the deep responsiveness I have been talking about. Now we come to the most important part of this entire video. This is the fourth sign, the stillness within anxiety. It sounds very contradictory, does it not, gentlemen? How can one person feel anxious and calm at the same time? But this is the most accurate signal from UC Berkeley research. When there is a true sensory resonance between two people, the body undergoes an effect called physiological soothing. Nervous, meaning anxious, because this moment matters greatly. Calm, meaning still, because you make her feel safe inside. You will see her breathing slow down and grow much deeper. Her voice may drop slightly lower than it was at the start. Her shoulders relax instead of being tense and defensive. This is very different from the chaotic energy of confusion. If she is just being polite, her nervous system will close off. She might laugh too much or speak too quickly without pause. That is how she tries to fill the awkward silences between you. But she will never reach this state of true stillness. This stillness says, "When I am with you, I feel completely safe. I feel that I can fully be myself in front of you." This is when two nervous systems are adjusting to each other. It creates a space where even silence feels comfortable. You do not need to entertain her every single second. The presence of both of you together is more than enough. Trust your body's intuition in this very moment together. If you find yourself also growing strangely calm beside her, then congratulations. That is a sign of a deep connection. Now prepare yourself for a truly shocking truth ahead. Did you know a radiant smile often proves absolutely nothing? Yes, you have not misheard me at all, my dear gentlemen. Research on speed dating events has clearly revealed this. Obvious signals like smiling or even laughing out loud are usually just social reflexes or minimum politeness gestures. Young women are taught to appear friendly with older men. So where does the real signal actually live in the body? It lives in the heart rate and the skin's electrical conductance. These are things the naked eye simply cannot detect or see. When attraction is real, both heart rates begin to synchronize. Your heart and her heart beat in the same rhythm, literally. When her arousal level rises, yours rises right along with it. And when she relaxes, you will feel yourself relaxing too. This is the moment when the famous click has truly happened. It is not some mystical or spiritual feeling at all. It is a biological synchronization at the neurological level. So if you feel an inexplicable chemistry between the two of you, that is the moment when two souls are truly blending together. Do not focus too much on how many times she laughs. Pay attention to how you feel when you are near her instead. Your body is the most accurate measuring device in the world. So, what should we do with this precious information? First, stop performing or trying way too hard around her. Young women seek stability and authenticity in older men. Be the leader who plans out the entire date for both of you, but carefully mirror her emotional pace and tempo too. Do not rush things too quickly when she is not yet ready. Second, cultivate what we call an abundance mindset. Do not see her as the only option in your entire life. Magnetism comes from honoring and respecting your own time. Have a truly rich life outside of your romantic relationships. You have friends. You have hobbies. You have major life goals. She is just one beautiful part of that larger life picture. Third, Learn to listen to your own nervous system carefully. If you have to work too hard to keep the conversation going, if you feel empty after every single meeting with her, then it is time to consider stepping back for a while. Attraction is not something you create. It simply happens. With the right person at the right time, it flows naturally. You do not need to force it or play the role of someone else. My dear gentlemen, attraction is very much like a mirror. It is a magnet, and it is also a quiet, unspoken message. Do not search for one single, large, obvious signal alone. Search for a consistent pattern throughout the entire date. Body synchronization is the first sign you must look for. The rhythm of mutual eye contact is the second key sign. Deep responsiveness is the third clear and revealing sign. And nervous calm is the fourth and ultimate sign of all. When you understand these rules, you will never be wrong again. You will feel far more confident in every step you take. You will no longer waste your time on the wrong connections. You will know exactly when to advance and when to step back. That is the power of wisdom and lifelong experience combined. It is something no young man can ever truly possess. Your age is a treasure, not a burden you must carry around. Bring it into the light and let the whole world see it shine. If you have ever experienced this nervous, calm state in life, please share your personal story in the comments below. I would truly love to hear about your click moments together. Those are the moments when time seems to freeze between two people, when the loud world suddenly fades far from your view, and there is only you and her inside one little bubble. Hit like if you find this knowledge to be genuinely valuable, and do not forget to subscribe to support my little channel. Share this video with your older friends who feel lonely. Perhaps it will help them find their other half in life. What is my question for you on this very day? Out of the 4 signs above, which surprised you the most? Which sign will you apply right away on your next date? Please leave your answer in the comment section below. The next video on your screen is also worth watching closely. It is about how to talk to young women without rejection. 5 classic opening lines that make her stop and listen. Click and watch it right after this video ends, my friend. I will see you in my next videos on psychology together. May you stay confident and find the true love of your life. Goodbye for now, and I will see you again tomorrow.